name's Ricky Chase, and I love cooking. I don't do it as a career. I do it more as a hobby. People think cooking is an everyday task. Take my mom, for example. She used to love cooking, and now she hates it because to her, going home and cooking just adds on to her work day. She goes to work all day. The last thing she wants to do is go home and cook. So that is the whole mentality of it's an everyday task. For other people that are passionate about cooking, they go home and they think about the food they want to eat, and that's where it becomes more of an art form. For me, I know I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I'll like want to write something down or be like, wow, I should try doing that. You know, art is to display your emotions, but also to draw emotion from the person seeing it, listening to it, or eating it in this instance. So think of music, you know, you hear it. Feeling emotion is all about engaging your senses, and when you listen to something, you're using your sense of hearing. But when you eat something, maybe first you smell it. So that's a sense that you might be drawn back to, like being at your grandmother's house when you were a young child, or you see it first, and that's why presentation is so big, because you wanna visually eat something that looks beautiful. Musicians, they spend a lot of time practicing. They work nights. Most musicians, they play a concert at night. They spend most of the time after they're performing either unwinding, maybe partying, to say a band performing a concert. They're coming in midday, they're prepping, which would you could equate to like a sound check. They're prepping. Then they do the main course, which you could consider, or the main service, the dinner service, which you can consider the concert. And then afterwards they clean up and they all go out and they hang out. They go out for after dinner drinks, shift drinks. In the band, I'm sure they don't just get off stage and go right to bed. They're probably unwinding and having a drink, which is very relatable to the restaurant world. It's a whole shift of perspective in your day. My dad wakes up at 4 a.m. and him and I live a completely different day from each other. And if I didn't work in a restaurant, I'd have a day job, and then him and I would like connect more on that sense. But I feel like a high-end chef, cooks, restaurant workers in general, compare more to the lifestyle of a musician. It takes a lot of practice to do both. You know, you can't just walk into a kitchen and cook a phenomenal meal and just be done with it. It takes a lot of time, like a lot of failures. I cook a lot of stuff that is just, I don't want to serve to people. That's why I do it at home. Okay, so the most important part of the process is, I don't even care if you smile when you eat the food. I want to see a sense of you almost losing yourself. So Sean, he was in the kitchen tonight. He is a chef, and I look up to him a lot. And when he ate the food, I could see in his face a sense of gratitude, not for the reason of being brought back to a childhood memory, but just being in the moment of eating something that was really good. And that is what it's about, is knowing that the person eating the food is satisfied, because I'm the biggest critic. I don't know if you noticed tonight, but I was the last person to try anything, because if I tried it first, I would have been super critical about myself and what it tasted like, and I would have been like, oh, this needed more salt, or that needed more pepper, or that's too spicy. But when you all ate it first, you all loved it. And I didn't give my biased opinion right off the bat, which would have then given you a biased opinion. So I don't want people just, throwing up a review on TripAdvisor and saying, oh, the food was good, the atmosphere was nice, the service was good. I want to see amazing reviews, and that all stems from somebody knowing what they're doing, not only in the back of the house with the cooking, but in the front of the house as well. Going to school for business, I would much rather be in the front, because you can kind of manage how things go, how, you know, whether it's smooth, not smooth. Because at the end of the day, if someone has bad service, you know, they might not come back. So I think for me, eventually down the road, I'll own my own place, but it won't be cooking. I'll probably always keep that more as a hobby.